is Anaya.
It's the righteous vigilante Jamon Creek, and you're tuning in to Minds Wide Open.
Hey, yo, check it out. This is Namestream, never mainstream. You're tuning in to Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You are now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.
Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. It's Florida Vibe Fridays. I am your host, Gabe Avelli, and who I got in the building with me?
Hi, I'm Samantha Lauren.
Nice. All right. And of course, you know we got the legend on the boards, Diafika Juice. Shout out to Nine Tail Tay in the cut, getting his weight up near the mean. So let's get, I guess, right into it. So for the people that don't know you, let them know the reason that you're here.
Hi, so I am Samantha Lauren. I am a singer. This is my debut. I just dropped the album called From Here Freestyles. You can find that everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, all of that good stuff.
Damn, so you're like brand new?
So I've been doing music my whole life. I've been singing since I was a little girl. Like from the age of 2 and 3 years old, I knew that singing is what I wanted to do my whole life. I've been recording since like 2018 is the first time I got in the booth. But yeah, this is like kind of my debut now. It's my first project, just dropped today.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It feels really good. Feels like a good milestone, a good accomplishment to be here.
Trust me, nothing is better than that feeling of just seeing everything all the way through. This is the idea, and then seeing it grow, and you probably had to whittle it down, probably had more songs, had to cut it.
Yeah, for sure. I have so much in the vault, and actually, so From Here Freestyles, it's just straight freestyles.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Wow.
When I first started recording music, it was so hard for me to actually compose a song. Like writing was one of the things that came harder for me.
Really?
It was harder for me. So I would literally just have to get behind a mic, and I would just have to let it flow. It would just come out like that. And I was so scared. I was so scared to put music on. I'm like, is this good enough? It's a freestyle. It's not a structured song. But then I was like, you know what, Sam? It's never going to be a perfect time. You got this music. People got to hear it. So then I'm just this is close to my heart. This freestyle came from the heart. So
I like it, though.
That's how we got From Here Freestyle.
Now, I wanted to ask you this. What's been, the hardest part of the process of releasing it? Now, when I talk about that, of course, making the music, you went through your trials. But I'm saying, actually getting on the platforms and, figuring that part of it out. What was the hardest part, would you say?
I wouldn't even say it's getting on the platforms. I think for me, it's my vulnerability and putting myself out there as an artist. Social media is so corrupted to me. Right. So it's hard for me to even post regularly as myself and brand myself. Because, as an artist, you got to do that. So that's been the hardest part for me is pushing on those platforms and kind of branding myself.
So you're saying actually changing from how you normally are, a person who's in the cut, to
having to put myself out there for sure.
A lot of people really do struggle with self-promotion.
Yes.
But the thing is I don't know exactly how old you are, but I feel like the era that we came up in, it was kind of frowned upon to do self-promo, or it was kind of looked at corny. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just turned 24, so
yeah,
I'm kind of that in between of the millennial and then the Gen Z, all of that. But I don't know. I just, like I said, I feel social media nowadays is super corrupted. But also at the same time is beneficial because everything is content. You could literally post yourself eating cereal in the morning, and that is content. You're gonna make people gonna watch it. So that was the hardest part for me to okay, stop boxing yourself in, kind of just start making content. So, I kind of went on TikTok, all of that good stuff. I want to definitely get more comfortable with it. So that's what I'm trying to do now.
So you was doing the dances on TikTok and all?
I was trying. I was definitely trying to.
Nah, trust me. There's nothing harder than really finding, to do consistent content, but also content that works for you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And, yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of anxiety surrounding it because it's hard for me to be vulnerable, and music is the first place I'm going to be vulnerable in. That's the true me. So, people think they know you through a screen. Imagine through your music.
Trust me.
And while I do want people to feel where I'm coming from, while I want them to hear what I have to say and, hopefully they can resonate with all of that, it's still a struggle.
Right.
But it definitely doesn't outweigh the feeling of actually having music out and people, you know, congratulating you and telling you like, yo, job well done. You feel me? Like you did that. So that definitely feels better than
Nah, trust me, and it's gonna feel good in a week or so when you get that email, Apple Music for artists, and then like you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're like motherfuckers in fucking Germany.
Yeah,
voted this shit?
bro, it's lit. Like I mean, I was already checking it and you know, like people in Chicago be playing my stuff, like all over, from all over.
You'd be surprised.
Even in DR, like I you know, I'm Dominican.
Oh,
so
word?
I'm Dominican.
De lo
yeah.
mío.
Hey, de lo mío,
Damn.
que lo que
I
wa
was,
wa
gonna,
wa wa.
I was gonna wear my Dominican ass hat too, but I was like, this might
Yeah, I
be a
got it
little bit
tatted
too
on
much. Yes,
Yup.
sir.
Yep. So yeah, people in DR be playing my shit and I'm like, what?
Yo,
It's dope.
that's what's up.
Actually just recorded a dembow the other day.
Nah.
Oh my god, yo, so I have a newfound talent. I always knew I could sing. I feel like I got bars, you feel me? If I could drop 4 freestyles, like that's whatever, right? But I learned that I could rap in Spanish.
Bruh, get me on the remix. Fuck that, though.
Yo.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, cause I didn't know I could. Yo, it was on my birthday. We were supposed to get Hurricane Ian coming through Miami, and you know it kind of winded right over us.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much.
And also prayers up from my family out there in North Florida for
For
sure.
real.
For sure. Hold your head.
Yeah, North Florida got hit crazy. It was a lot of stuff that happened in Fort Myers, Naples, everywhere in North Florida, and for sure prayers going out to everyone who was affected by it, cause it was super real.
Yeah, shit crazy. But it didn't really hit us.
It didn't hit us, thankfully, you know. We got away with a lot of wind. And so I was home all day. I was kind of anticipating, okay, I'm going to have a chill birthday. I'm going to be home. And then it barely rained. So I was like, I'm not going to go out like this. So I took myself to the studio. And I was like, damn, like I'm not trying to really box myself in because R&B is all I know. You know, that's all I've been writing and singing my whole life. And I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to see if I do a dembow. And I did it.
Damn.
So I'm almost finished with the song, but I think it's pretty fire for my first dembow.
I mean, and right now, if you were gonna do it as a female, it's like the best
It's
time
like
right
poppin'.
now to be a female
Yeah.
dembow artist for
Yup.
sure, for sure. So, what dembow artist do you listen to?
Oh, you already know I'm gonna say Toquicha. I
Off
love
rip- off-
Toquicha
off
because
rip.
she really put women from DR on the map. I
Very
really
much so.
feel that. Love El Alfa.
Dog,
He's the king of dembow,
I think
for
he's
real.
the GOAT. I think
Yeah,
he's definitely the
Definitely
GOAT.
the king of dembow. I actually have another homegirl. She does music too. She is an R&B singer, but she releases a lot of music in Spanish.
Really?
And she's a good friend of mine. Her name is Hrachi Hrelos. I'm sorry.
Nah, you got
Hrachi Hrelos.
you got to introduce me. Bring her on.
Yes, for sure. She's super dope. She's from DR too, and she does her thing. And it was really inspiring. And she's a close friend of mine, so it was cool for her to see it because I was like, damn, I could do it too, you know? And that's the best part about music is like we can all inspire each other
For a
and
fact.
push each other.
Damn, so the dembow came about. But before we get too into that, I say we take it back to the beginning. So, what was like your early life like?
Okay, so I was born and like half raised in New York. I'm from Harlem.
Okay.
So definitely from the trenches. Like
She
I
from
grew
the
up.
city.
Yeah, I'm a city girl. I grew up, you know, being exposed to a lot. Let's just say that. Yeah, I had a great early life. Like I said, I knew I always wanted to sing. Like people would ask me, what do you want to do when you grow up? I'm like, I want to be famous, bro. Like I want to be a singer. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life. Yeah, then we came down to Broward and same thing. I knew I always wanted to do music. My mom really believed in my dreams a lot too.
Really?
There was actually a point when I was a kid that she took me to LA for like 3 months. She actually like had me with a whole agency.
Wow.
And she would take me to casting. She would take me to auditions. She had me in the booth literally at like 7 and 8 years old.
That's fire.
So shout out to my mom for like
Big
always
shout out.
always believing in my dreams, because if she didn't, I don't think I would have it in me to go for it. So yeah, and now after that, probably around 2018, 2019 is when I finally got back in the booth and started recording, you know, as an adult again, music that felt more me.
Right.
So,
So I wanted to ask you a little bit about that because that's actually very interesting. So when you were at that time, how old were you? Like,
I was like 7 or 8.
so were
I
they
was really young.
they were writing the music for you?
So they would actually have me come in and do covers like from Broadway musicals,
Oh,
like
wow.
from Wicked and
Wow.
stuff like that. And yeah, they would record me and they would send my demos out to agencies and kind of see who picked it up. And I actually, do you watch Modern Family? Have you seen Modern Family?
That's the one that has. I've seen Modern Family. Yeah, yeah.
It's like that, like blended family.
Wait, what's the what's the lady's name?
Sofia Vergara.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So yes.
That's
yes,
the only
yes.
one everyone knows.
Right.
Yeah, so one of the girls, one of the main characters on that show, her mom actually ended up being my manager.
Wow.
At the time when I was in LA. And yeah, she used to send me in castings and all that stuff. And I don't think I ever got to land anything. I think I did like little gigs and little cold reads, maybe like little voiceovers.
Like got pinned or shit like that.
Yeah, but you know, it's such a cutthroat business, and I was so young.
That your mom was
so my
probably
mom,
like, nah.
she was like, you know what, like we're gonna haul ass back to New York really quick. Like we're gonna revisit this, but it's an experience that I'll never forget. Like
No, that's your mom is a gangster for
she
doing
is
that.
so
for
G.
real.
Like she really believed in me, and to this day, like it's so she still believes in me. So
Yeah.
I love it. My mom's my best friend.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up. I know that it's harder, you know, for people to have that close relationship, but when you got that, you know, you gotta definitely harness it. So around 2018, 2019, that's when you really got like serious about the music.
Yeah, and I released my first single. It's called Dosage. A little love story because I'm a little lover girl. And yeah, people really fucked with it. So from there, I just kept going. I kept going, and I've watched this like underground Miami scene for so long. Like I was just telling you, you know, like, gosh, almost 10 years really. Wow. Like I've been watching people throw shows. I've seen like even back then, like when X was still alive, like I seen him perform at his first show because, you know, Mac and them was the ones throwing them. We were the ones pushing the tickets, everything. What else? Like I've seen Pump's first show. Like I've been around for all of it. Wow. Like Smoke Perp, all them boys down here. And like you said, it's kind of cool to see that wave starting to come back a little more.
That is,
especially now with R&B more too. I see a lot more women. I see a lot more R&B. All types of genres. I feel is actually more
thriving.
It's thriving more now than it was back then.
But I think too is that even between then and now is like now being a well-rounded person is like more cool than it was. Every That's 5 years it becomes cooler. You know,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
Because at first it was like you had to be like, you know, like a street type dude, you know what I'm saying? Then 5 years later, now you're the street dude that likes anime.
Yeah,
you know
and then now you're the street dude, but you like in a band and you kind of
and you like
sing
anime,
a screamo too.
But then could also sing all the Beyonce songs.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's so dope, and I find myself to be a jack of all trades. So to me, it works out in my favor. Like it really does.
So when it comes to like your music, what would you say were like your inspirations, like in regards to like artist wise?
Okay, so my favorite artist probably of all time is The Weeknd. Like I'm a diehard Weeknd fan. EXO till I die.
So
like
you
I
overdose
love him.
EXO
So we overdose for sure. I love The Weeknd. I wish I wrote some of his songs. That's how much I resonate with him. Jhené Aiko, Lana Del Rey, SZA. So many people. Sade is one of my biggest influencers.
You seen she dropping some new shit.
She's dropping some new shit.
She back in the booth. She got the band back together and all.
No way. You see, and that's what I'm excited for now. Like that just made my day. Like I did not know that. What? But yeah, no, for sure.
So
those
like
are my biggest influences.
Growing up in the house, like what were you listening to? Was it like more of the R&B, or was she playing more of like the merengue, the bachata?
So my mom definitely merengue bachata. Like every Saturday was blasting. That's what I'm getting woken up to for cleaning days. But she grew up on a lot of Motown and like funk. So also I heard a lot of Motown and funk growing up. My dad too always listened to like bands from like the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. They were just they had so many like, they listened to everything. And I think that was great for me because I listened to everything, and I don't really stick to one genre. I don't like to box myself in. I definitely went through like my little emo phases where all I listened to was hard rock and like.
And what were you listening to during that?
Oh gosh, like let's see, Sleeping with Sirens.
So you were going like indie.
I was
indie.
going indie, super alternative indie for sure. To this day, though, one of my favorite bands is still Paramore.
You gotta love them.
I love Paramore.
Put Misery Business right on.
I'm gonna sing a word for word.
I'm going in
Yeah.
right now. Like,
The Neighborhood. I don't know if you're familiar with The Neighborhood.
no, I never heard.
They're the ones that sing Sweater Weather.
I gotta. If I
yeah.
see some pictures, I'm sure I'll.
But they're
recognize
awesome. I love The Neighborhood. I'm still those type of genres still really influence me, of course. But yeah, for the most part, I do stick to R&B and all that stuff. Just don't ever want to box myself in.
So I know that this project was mainly freestyles. Now,
Yes.
outside of that, so you don't write at all, or like, what is your creative process like?
I do write. I guess I have to be in like a super flowy mood where everything is just coming out, you know. I have to like lock myself in my room, set the atmosphere, you know, turn the lights purple or something red, however I'm feeling, like, you know, catch a little vibe. I like to I've always been a very visual person as well, so I'll like put some visuals on, you know, a really good music video will get me inspired. Listening to my favorite artists will get me inspired. And from there, kind of, if I'm gonna write, I have to like really sit myself down and write.
So it's like it's different. It varies.
It does vary. I just noticed more that when I get to the studio, the second I stand behind the mic, it just comes out so much easier. So sometimes I will go to the studio with nothing written, and then I'll write a song there.
Right. So how do you get your beats?
I work with a couple producers. I have a couple producers that send me beat packs all the time. They don't live here. They're from New York or like Connecticut, like different states like that. Actually, there's this one dude I work with. He's from Vegas. Usually meet them like through Instagram or through YouTube. Like if I'm trying to buy a beat, and they'll be like, "Yo, whatever. Like, let's work. I'm gonna send you a beat pack." And so.
So you do like your own networking and shit like that.
Yeah.
Now, how hard is it like, as being a woman like in this industry to network? Because like I know like me, I kind of go out of my way to like, you know, draw that line, just because like it's like this is business at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
It's super hard because it's really like majority it's like driven by men.
Right.
So 8 out of 10 times you're gonna get someone who's like, "Yo, let's work," but they're really just trying to bag you.
Right.
Or they don't keep it professional, and then you really can't do nothing at that point.
Right.
But you know, sometimes you do meet people who are very like they're serious and they want to work, and yeah, I try to plug myself in as much as I can.
Now,
Actually, I think it's harder for me to plug myself in with other women for some reason.
really?
Yeah. Well, specifically in Miami. Other states, it's easier for me to maneuver, but Miami, for some reason, is a little bit hard.
Now, I feel like what it is because when you see like a female artist in Miami, you usually got people around her. You know what I mean? Like there's usually like a team kind of behind them, like because you don't really see many. So when you see them, it's like there's usually something like there's more to it. You get what I'm saying? There's more people
Yeah.
working with them and different things like that. So I feel like that's probably why it's harder. But I wanted to ask you like if you could talk about it, like what was like the worst experience that you had where like somebody was trying to like fake work with you?
It was early on in my music career, and it was a producer. He was like, "Yo, like slide through the studio. We finna cook up some stuff, and we're gonna work." And the man couldn't even get through making one song because he was just so focused on trying to bag me the whole time. And like honestly, like by the time it hit 45 minutes, I was like, "I'm leaving. I'm going home. Don't hit me up again." And thankfully, I haven't been in a situation like that again. And thankfully, that like it hasn't really been too many. I just noticed a lot of the time, people will kind of fake fuck with you to like, just to be like, "Oh, I did it. I reposted you. Like, fuck with me," you know. It don't work like that. Like, it has to be genuine.
Right.
So it's really hard to come across genuine people, I feel.
Now, are you like a spiritual person?
I would say so.
You can
I feel like I'm in touch with my divine feminine for sure. I'm definitely connected to a higher being. Yeah.
perfect.
How about you?
I'm like, it depends. Like, I can't say I'm like spiritual,
It depends
but
on
it's like
what.
people tell me that I have that naturally. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could like look at somebody like, well, Luke says I have ESP. You know, where like I could like tell, like, I could just tell what somebody's thinking and kind of go off of that. But I just say I got perfect timing. But I do believe in spirituality only for the fact that, like, let's say I'm gonna call somebody, they'll be like, "Yo, I was literally just about to call you," or like, "I was just thinking about you."
Yeah.
So like, I know that that's not something that's by. I can't get lucky
No,
that
yeah,
many times.
we're all beings made of energy, and you got to use that energy to, like, you got to put it out. You got to put out your energy to get it back.
Fact. Now, have you ever had like a supernatural experience?
All right. I'm low-key psychic. Like I'm
Let's talk about
I'm
it.
clairvoyant as fuck.
Let's
like
talk about
I've had dreams and then they come true.
Sheesh.
And
I feel like every Dominican woman has that power. Dog. Like I definitely know a couple.
Yeah, yo, honestly, but it's been since I was a little girl. I feel like I've had this. I've never seen like a ghost or anything like that, but definitely in my dreams, like I saw my daughter's newborn face maybe two or 3 years before she was born.
No fucking way.
I had a dream that I was carrying a newborn through my crib, and I opened the backyard. I look at my man. I'm like, oh my God, come meet our daughter. And I always wanted to name my first daughter Lux. So Lux was like the name I was stuck with. And I'm like, this is Lux. See the cutest little newborn
Like
face.
Lux?
Lux.
Really?
I loved it. And in my dream, I see her cute little face. I wake up like hyperventilating, crying because I'm so emotional. I call my man. I'm like, I just saw our baby, and he's like, I'm sleeping. Good night, whatever. Then fast forward to my pregnancy. I have my gender reveal. We find out it's a girl, and one of my best friends, she's actually Indian, and so you know their religion is Hinduism. And her mom is congratulating me. She's like, wow, Samantha, like, congratulations, you're having a girl. What are you gonna name her? We're calling her Luxmi on our side. And I was freaking out.
No fucking way.
I'm like, what do you mean you're calling her Luxmi? Like, where'd you get that from? Because, you know, I hadn't expressed to her that that was a name I was interested in. And she goes, Luxmi is actually the goddess of fortune and, like, and wealth in our culture. And I was like, wow. Like, that's crazy.
That's super. That's
So crazy. So then when I had my daughter, she looked just like the little newborn I had in my dream. Like,
wow.
I saw her whole face. It was so scary. And her name, although her name isn't Lux, her name is London. So it still has that little L factor, which I think is so cool. That's what we went with.
When you first said Lux and then you mentioned you were from New York, I was like, oh, she a loaded Lux fan. Like, I was like, she about to get this work.
Nah, that was a name I always loved. Like, I was super convinced, and, you know.
Mm-hmm. So how hard is it, like, to balance, like, being a parent with having, you know, both of you guys kind of in the same thing?
It's hard. It's been super hard to kind of balance, like, not only being a young mom, which I'm fine with. Like, you know, my daughter was made from love. We chose her being here.
Right.
But I'm also a caretaker in other parts of my life as well. And it's been hard. I can't even lie. But, you know, as they get older, it does get easier.
For a fact.
I'm super blessed. She's so smart. She understands everything. I'm slowly finding the balance. You know, it's cool to know that I'm a mom and I can still be myself in a way where I can go to the studio and make music. I'm blessed to have such a good support system and, like, people there for me. And she's been to the studio herself, too. So it's like,
that's actually
she loves it.
Well, my next question was like, would you want, like, your daughter to be, like, a type of artist?
Yeah, this little girl does not ever shut up. Like, she's always singing. She's always singing. You know, her dad raps, I sing. Like, it only makes sense. When she did go to the studio, she was, like, mixing damn near. Like, her dad was teaching her how to mix stuff. So it's so cool. I love it.
Nah, that's fucking awesome, though, for real. Because, like, I feel like a lot of times when, like, you know, it's that type of situation, it's a lot of, like, you know, understanding and, you know, trying to figure stuff out. And honestly, I don't really get to interview too many parents. So it's like, you know, good to ask.
That's awesome. Yeah,
those type of questions.
I want her to know when she grows up that she can do anything she wants to, no matter what, you know. So that's why I bring her with me.
Right, because I feel like, too, like, a lot of times, like, when, like, parents are involved in shit, like, the last thing you want is for your kid to be involved in what you're involved in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's good, though. That means that most of your experiences have been positive doing this.
Yeah, I want her to do whatever she wants in her life. Whatever creative way she wants to go down, like, whatever creative path, I'm going to support it. Because that's what my mom did for me. So how could I not, you know,
you do what
the
you
same?
saw in your house.
Yeah.
For a fact. Now, we'll get into it. So I'd like to, you know, kind of do like a rapid fire portion, you know, of questions, you know. where we could just don't think about it too much. Just
I
go ahead. All right. So basically, we'll start. Actually, these questions are kind of deep, but we'll go to it. So my biggest inspiration is.
My biggest inspiration is The Weeknd. I love this man. Oh my God. Like, no, for real. I don't know. There's something about the emotion and the depth that he puts into his songs and the way you could feel it. I first discovered him in 2011 when I was in the 8th grade.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. I wish I wrote some of his songs. Like, for real. I meant it when I said that.
All right. So now let's take it to the other side of the coin. My biggest distraction is.
Oh, shit. Okay. My biggest distraction. Oh, my gosh. It's men. Low-key. It's men. Men give me brain damage. I'm sorry.
And
y'all be a lot to deal with sometimes.
I can't even lie to you and disagree with that. So, speaking of that, I like men that.
I like men that know how to love me in my love language.
All right.
And if you get that, if you get that right off the bat, if you could pass me the ashtray without me asking for it, we good.
Okay, so it's got to have some sort of ESP.
Yeah, a mutual understanding. I don't got to say nothing.
Word. All right. My favorite movie is.
Oh, my favorite movie is, right now, it's The Truman Show. Have you ever seen it with Jim Carrey?
It's I started watching it on HBO Max, but that shit got hella weird.
It was so strange. The first time I saw it, I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? Somebody break this down for me right now. But nah, the more you got through it, did you finish it?
No, I didn't finish it. I got
it was
too high.
it was I had to be high for that movie.
I was like, yo, this shit wild.
Nah, I really like it. Because to be honest, my life dead ass be feeling dead ass cut the cameras. What's really going on? Word. And that's how he felt throughout that whole fucking movie. So you know what? But yeah, right now that's my favorite movie.
We're gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
You have to. I think it's so good.
I'll present you with a book report.
A 5-paragraph essay on your thoughts.
MLA format.
Yes.
I got you. All right. My favorite vacation spot is.
So I'm gonna say California.
Ooh.
I've been to California a handful of times. I've been on tour there twice, and it was so fun every single time.
LA or the Bay or
So the last time I went to California was actually last year, and we did LA, San Francisco, and San Diego, and it was so much fun. We were drunk for 8 days straight. We ate at all the super nice restaurants. And it's not even that it's the best vacation spot. It's just the vibe in Cali is different. I don't know what it is. And the weed is really good. So it's just
you're just vibing.
Yeah.
All right. My favorite low-key restaurant is. Emphasize low-key.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. Do I want to give it away?
I'm taking notes right now. So.
All right. It's actually a restaurant called Izzy Bon. And it's actually not too far from here. I think it's right off. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm good with directions. I'm not, but it's up here in Fort Lauderdale. It's called Izzy Bon, and it's a Korean barbecue spot.
You cook your own?
You cook, yeah. And everything is so fresh, so fresh. The meat is so good. The sushi is my favorite sushi ever.
Damn.
But yeah, Izzy Bon.
I'm gonna watch this back. I got it.
You have to go. Whatever girl you trying to take out, you got to take her there.
Use my promo code SAM11.
Yes.
For no discount.
For no money off. But they know me there. That's how much I go.
So the best Christmas gift I ever got was.
The best Christmas gift I ever got was a desk that I had to build from IKEA.
Okay.
Because that was my little station for me to start running my business.
Wait, what's the business?
So I actually have. Hold on, I'm gonna whip it out really quick.
Okay.
I have my own cosmetic line called Honey Bouquet Cosmetics. And
okay. So I remember at the event you were giving lip gloss and eyeliner.
I have vended. I got little lip liners. I got hold up. I got my little liquid lipstick with the mirror on deck for my ladies.
Okay.
It's what I'm wearing right now.
Okay.
And I make all my lip glosses by hand. So I work with manufacturers for those type of products, But my glosses, for sure, I do that shit myself.
Damn, we should have talked more about that.
Yeah, Honey Bouquet Cosmetics yep.
So we got to bring you back for another interview and we'll talk about that.
Yes.
Hold on, because I got to, the phone be locking, fucking me
Nah,
up.
for sure.
All right. Life was easier before. Like, again, these questions get there, you feel me?
Life was easier. Ooh, I don't know how deep y'all are trying to get.
Go ahead.
Life was easier when my mom was still around to help me. I feel like we've talked about my mom so much, so I'm gonna just, But my mom is still here. She's alive and well, but she was actually diagnosed with a not a terminal disease, but a disease that there's no cure for.
Oh, wow.
And so she's actually bedbound now. She can't speak and she can't walk.
Damn.
And that's why I was saying, I'm a caretaker in, so many other parts of my life. So I feel like I've really been fighting to get where I am today. And I'm so blessed that we get the chance to wake up every single day and that I still get to, share these milestones with her. But, yeah, life was way easier when she was able to help me, The roles flipped really quick.
So this next one is, if I could change anything in the world, it would be
that. I would yeah.
No amount of money.
No amount of money could. Yeah, I just want my mom to walk and talk again.
I felt that. Damn. All right, we're gonna go a little bit lighter now.
Okay.
This last one, I can't trust a person if.
Ooh, let me see. It's a lot, but trying to find the words to kind of I don't know. I can't trust a person if they're trying to tell me about my life too much. Does that make sense? Like when let's say I'm going through something in life and I need you to be there for me, not criticize my every move toward the situation.
You just need somebody to listen.
Sometimes you just need somebody to be there for you, and people get too comfortable trying to tell you about yourself, but at the end of the day, I know what's best for me, So if you fuck with me, you're gonna listen to what I have to say and support me no matter what. Yeah. Not try and tell me how to move and tell me I'm fucking being stupid.
Unless they're giving you good advice.
Well,
or you
with
just don't
good
accept any
intention.
advice.
No. I'm totally open to constructive criticism for sure.
Okay.
And I want people to be real with me, but I think there's a difference between being blunt and then being just a fucking asshole and being a hater. Exactly, a hater.
I agree. Dan, this has been a really good interview. I'm really proud of this.
So fun.
So before we get up out of here, let the people know where they can find you. You know what I mean?
Yes. You can find me at Samantha XLL on Instagram, Samantha XXLL on Twitter. You can find me on Apple Music, Samantha Lauren, Spotify, Samantha Lauren, SoundCloud, Samantha Lauren, YouTube, all of that good stuff, Samantha Lauren.
Let them know about the EP.
Yes, and I just dropped an EP called From Here Freestyles. There's some freestyles that were really, really close to my heart. Yep, that's the one. She's a little alien baddie because I don't think I'm from this planet, but if you want to hear what I have to say, definitely go check it out.
And is there anything else that you want to promote? Of course, you got the makeup line.
Oh my God, that too. Of course, check out Honey Bouquet Cosmetics. On Instagram, that's Honey Bouquet Cosmetics, or you can go to honeybouquetcosmetics.com. All my glosses are vegan, cruelty-free.
Oh, shit.
Vegan and cruelty-free, yup. They're infused with rose, vitamin E, and coconut oil, and they're super moisturizing, long-lasting pigment. That's all you need. You don't need no more makeup, just Honey Bouquet.
Wow. So I guess that was it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Florida Vibe Directory. I am your host, Gabe Avelli. I am here with Miss Samantha Lauren. Shout out to Luke, of course, on the boards. Shout out to Tay on the boards as well. You already know what the fuck going on. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, 2 p.m. Once again, I say 2 p.m.
2 o'clock.
Proximity FM. We going live. We got a fresh 20 to play for y'all. Y'all know the fucking vibes, man. Appreciate y'all.
This was so much fun.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We've been putting.
This is Zanaya.
It's the righteous vigilante Jamar Creek, and you're tuning in to Minds Wide Open.
Hey, yo, check it out. This is Name Stream. never mainstream. You're tuning into Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You're now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.